Well, at least the camera wasn't on. What a dumbass. What the? Oh, this is going to be one of those live streams where everything goes wrong. Almost made me cuss. Ain't that something? The hell's going on? Wow. Oh my God. Fun times. People dropping in and leaving already. I should have had the camera on when I poured coffee down myself. Well, y'all missed that. Hey, if you're here, say hey. I don't juggle or do sleight of hand magic. We just visit. And if y'all had been here right off the bat, you would have seen me pour coffee down my damn shirt and pants and chin. Handy little tip, make sure the damn lid's on before you take a drink. You don't juggle here? I can actually juggle, just not good enough to do it on camera. I can juggle very, very little bit for a very short time. I learned how to do that late 90s. Oh, about that? When my granddaughter does her nails, she likes to do mine, and I only let her do 2, and she chooses those 2. She thinks it's hilarious. See? It's only those 2. Back in the day, I would do all my nails. I usually just did them black. Looks good on stage, but yeah, so when she does her nails, she does mine. That's the only 2 I let her. Well, I let her pick the 2, but these are the 2 she does. She thinks it's funny. Oh, I know you're there, Mom. My mom making sure I knew she was watching. Yeah, she does them. I leave them alone for a while. I had somebody at work ask me one time, is that fingernail polish on your nails? I said, when you feel bad if you got your ass kicked by someone wearing fingernail polish? He decided it wasn't that big of a deal. Let it go. Oh, man. I can't believe I did that. Look, I'll show y'all I'm not joking. Literally, right before I turned on the camera, I took a drink of coffee. Fortunately, I keep a shirt in here. I don't know if it shows up. Yeah, it's not going to show up real big. I literally poured coffee down my shirt right there and on my pants. That's not going to show up on camera. All down my pants. Literally, I barely had time. Fortunately, I have a couple of shirts in here. So I literally grabbed this shirt, threw it on, and hit go. Did I react to anything interesting this week? Well, the 2 songs I did react to, they were actually from last week. I didn't get them uploaded last week, so I uploaded them. I thought they were interesting. Apparently not a whole lot of other people did, because not a whole lot of other people watched them. There's only like 3 or 4 bands that are drawing a bunch of views. So all the rest, if it ain't one of the favorite bands, instead of discovering new music. Hey, Mickey, how you doing, buddy? Oh, well, coming up, there's not going to be any reactions this week. Oh, and I have something to tell y'all in a few minutes too. Coming up next week will be Whiskey Dust, the Ace Monroe Band, Haganah, Bright Ear, Nemophila, Sophie Lloyd, Fate Gear, East of Eden, Courtney Hadwin. How many was that? I'm going to try to get in on Metallica. Somebody suggests I listen to something else off the new one. I've only reacted to one song off their new album. Ski Mask, Suicide Boys. There's something Terry keeps pestering me about, but I can't remember which one it is right now. But it's weird. A lot of people ask me to do these things and then don't watch them. But almost all of those are interesting. Oh, did they? Is that like a song or an album? If it's a song, I'll add it to my list. Their fans usually watch and get upset if I don't say what they want me to, but I don't mind reacting to them. I haven't reacted to them in a while. So is that a song, Mickey, or is that the name of the album? Song for the new album? All right. Let me add that to my list right now while you're watching. Delusion. It's just Delusion's the title, right? Not Delusion the other day. You were saying they released it the other day. I just want to make sure I got it right. Yeah, Sad Wonderland, that's how that goes. Everybody wants to be the first. All right, Delusion. There you go. It's on the list, man. Hey, that sounds cool. Well, hopefully you make it. I missed the Ace Monroe band. They actually messaged me on TikTok and like, we're in Austin tonight, dude. Come down. And I couldn't make it that night. So I released a TikTok telling people to go see them. I think they're an awesome band. Oh, off Ski Mask? Yeah, absolutely. What's the name of it? I'll just make that my next Ski Mask reaction. Oh wait, if it's released up on YouTube where I can see it, I don't do shit off of any of the music things. It's got to be out. I don't care if there's a video or not. It just has to be on YouTube. Usually his features don't get blocked for me because it is a feature. It's not the actual artist. Oh wow, we ran 4 people off. How about that? Bye, 4 people that left. We're not going to talk. We're just going to leave and tell everybody it sucked. And if they block it, it is what it is, dude. But usually that doesn't get blocked. Wake me up. All right. I guess people that don't know what I do are going to come here and go, what the hell? Oh, shit. Because I actually do like Juice. All right. And the song is Wake Up. Up, not Eek Up. Wake Up. Featuring Juice WRLD. All right, I got it. We went on vacay last week. Went to Kentucky and Pennsylvania. I've been about a short trip to Kentucky. I love Pennsylvania. And I'm sure I've told y'all 50,000 times they've got one of the, or used to have one of the dopest haunted houses I ever been to. All right. Hey, we got more people dropping in. Jump into the conversation. We talk about pretty much whatever, except for whatever YouTube won't let me. Um, yeah, that's a long playlist there. Oh, yes, I can imagine that. I react to, or I know a lot of artists that do songs like that. Um, but those are great for DJs and clubs. We call those bathroom songs. Gives you plenty of time to go take a piss, smoke a cigarette. Not encouraging that YouTube. I'm just saying that's what I used to do back in the day. Get a couple of drinks. Iron Butterfly, yeah. Ah, man, had a busy but good week. Had a good visit at the doctor yesterday. I really got to get on one of these shirts this fucker is wearing out. Ooh, this one is wearing out. Okay. Yeah, I said wearing out. That's exactly what I said, YouTube. Wearing out. My shirt is wearing out. My shirt is. um, yeah. Uh, dude, I don't want to hurt your feelings about Juice. I mean, like I said, I like him, but his fans view him in a different light than I do. That's what I'll say. I mean, when I reacted to the 1 hour freestyle, it actually wasn't a 1 hour freestyle, but good God, them fans were stupid about that and got upset about what I said. Even though I didn't hate on him. And now we're running people off. Don't run away. Don't talk. Don't be scared. I'm just brutally honest. So if I hurt your feelings, well, if I'm going to hurt your feelings, then maybe you should leave. Not you, sad world. I'm talking about the other people that keep leaving. Some people get butt hurt really quick. Oh my God, he said something different than what I think. Yes. Oh, trust me, Mickey. I do know that. Oh yeah. Some of his fans really are. You should have seen all the hate I caught. I found it funny. Wow, I'm running them off quick today. You'd think I was sitting here with no clothes on. Gotta be careful how I word that. I just found out I get in trouble for saying certain versions of that word, even though it's in the dictionary. It's not an offensive word. Got in trouble on Instagram for it. uh, everybody's so funny with all that censoring stuff. Oh shit. Oh shit, that's not what I meant to do either. Damn it. There we are. uh, well, what about now? What are we going to talk about? Don't stop talking, y'all. At least two of you are talking. The others are just watching us. I want to say something, but I don't know what he's going to say back. Wait, what? I gotta put on my glasses to read that to make sure I'm reading it correctly. Oh, I'm sure about that. I can tell by the comments I get. Usually, with the exception of Nightwish, usually adults don't react the way that his fan base does when someone criticizes him. Because if honestly, if you really believe what you believe about whatever artist, if someone like me says something to the contrary, why would you even care? Like, what the hell was that? Just jokes. I heard a vibration. I don't know what it was. Could have been my phone, but I don't know. Anyways, um, but they get all upset and they feel like they got to defend. Or I'm a super fan, so I'm going to say whatever. The worst I can insult this person that says something different. That makes me a super fan. That's how I feel about the Nightwish fans too. But I know they're the majority of their, not all of the Nightwish fans. Oh, and Liliac as well. Mickey's a fan, but he's not one of those fans. Liliac has fans like that. The Warning has fans like that. Pretty much all bands have fans that go to that degree. Like some girl just commented, I reacted to, and I'm complimenting Sebastian Bach. I've not made any secret that I'm not a big fan of his, but she said that she thinks Skid Row needs him more than he needs them. That's a fan's comment. I mean, that's not. I mean, if you actually look at it, both of them are pretty much washed up as it is, but I do have to admit the two songs I've reacted to off his new album are good. But I've just never been a fan of his. And to be fair, I'm not really a big fan of Skid Row either. I like their first two albums. Yes, The Warning does, but Liliac does as well. When I criticized Melody's vocals on that Metallica cover, people lost their minds. Oh, wait, I can put my finger there, and then people lost their mind. Not all of them, but there were some that upset. And that guitarist that did the guest spot, his dad got upset because I said his name wrong or something. And his dad actually left a comment. He was upset that I didn't know who he was or some shit. I said his name wrong, whatever it was. But people say my name wrong all the time. I'm kind of used to being called asshole. It doesn't bother me. But yeah, a lot of groups have fans like that. There's Kiss fans. When I did that, I did a video probably 3 years ago talking about how Kiss was ripping people off at their shows. You should have seen some of the people defending them. Motley Crue. That happens a lot. How do you mispronounce Bob? Asshole. That's what I was being silly. I get called that a lot. Actually, a lot of people get confused and they call me D head or eggplant head or just eggplant. I'm not one of those. There's a difference. See, I'm an asshole. If I say something that hurts your feelings, that's just too bad. That was not my intention. Those guys go out of their way to push your buttons, and I'm not that guy. I don't actually try to piss people off. Just when I do piss them off, I don't care. And some people get confused when they get mad at me and I clarify why they're mad. And they're like, it's too late to make up or what? I'm not trying to make up. I just want to make sure you're not upset over a misunderstanding. I couldn't care less if you don't like me. Jake Davila, wow. How you doing, buddy? Let me put on my glasses and see what you said there. Oh, absolutely is a mispronunciation, Jake. I definitely don't think you're a jerk, but considering if everyone's right about me being an asshole, I could be calling that shot wrong, but you've always seemed like a stand-up dude to me. But like I said, me and you have a lot in common, so which is probably why the things we butt heads on is why we butt heads. But as we've always pointed out, it's really odd how much alike we are as far as thought process. They lost their songwriter too? As in someone who writes songs that's not in a band or a member of the band, another member of the band? Because I hadn't heard that yet. I mean, I hadn't heard what you just said either. Okay. I'm kind of okay with that. I'm a lot better off than that than if one of the other members left. Wow. Why would you want to quit? Are they like really bad that we don't know about? Is there something vicious about them? Because the I mean, including what's her face? Sorry. But all the members of the band seem great. Oh, well, that I have no problem believing, Jake. Mickey, that happens quite a bit, especially like, come on, camera. When I do um, Tom McDonald reactions, there are people that come in there just if I hate someone, I promise you, I'm not clicking on their video for any reason. So a lot of times when I do Tom McDonald reactions, the hate from certain people, I'm like, that just, why would you click on that video if you hate them? Yeah, I know they're doing a show together in Japan. Trust me, the Warning fans made sure they told me that the last time I reacted to them. I don't hate the Warning. I think they're a good band. I don't think they're as great as their fans think they are. Because some of their fans are absolutely ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Mickey, that happens. We have a band that's coming. I love this band. I saw them 3 times. It is a country band. Yes, I know Love Bites is coming to the Hard Rock, the Blues. Shit. They're coming to Dallas where I was going to go see Bandmaids, House of Blues. They'll be in the House of Blues. Love Bites will be at the House of Blues in Dallas. I don't know where. Yeah, House of Blues, and I don't know where Baby Metal is going to be. Love Bites, I'm definitely going to try to see. So, but Mickey, on your comment, there's a band called Lil Texas. They were just killing it, and the keyboardist sang a song. It hit number 1. All of a sudden, he thinks he's the shit. Destroyed a band that was killing it. So, all right, commercials coming up already. Whichever one of you gets that, I need that 0.003 cents. Oh, I'm sure that you did, Jake. Yes, Mickey, that's the band. They sung God Bless Texas. Well, what's left of the band is coming about 20 minutes from where I live. But I don't really want to go see them because of all their bullshit. The actual singer of the band has another band now. I would go see him. But Lil Texas is a perfect example. Very talented musicians killing it, and all of a sudden ego destroys the band. That happens. 210 for VIP? That's not bad at all, dude. That does say 210, right? Wow. That is not bad at all. Especially when you consider what American bands are charging. Should they charge more than that just for a meet and greet? Just the shitty meet and greet. Where they got all those rules. Don't touch me. Oh, pictures extra. That's cool. But you know, that happens with a lot of American bands, regardless of what genre it is, that ego will destroy the band. So many American bands have been destroyed just off ego alone. Did I run Sad World off? He ain't talking now. Oh, I love Trident. Um, I love Trident a lot. Shit, I gotta put my glass on. Weird. I can read most of this on the stat screen, but I can't read my notes without Trident, Trident, Trident. All right, let me throw them in here. Right here. You know, there's a lot of the bands that. Jake, do you know the name of the song? Uh, yeah, that's cool. That's true, Mickey. However, well, doesn't Johnny still sing? The younger brother, isn't he still singing for Skinner, or did he retire? Oh, a spam risk. I'm busy. Fuck off. Spice. Okay. Thank you. All right, I got that. But there's some bands that I react to that I don't really care if people watch or not. I mean, I want them to watch, but them I react to, like Trident, Fake Gear, all of them. Yeah, he's the only relative left. Yes, because I thought for a while, wasn't Donnie playing guitar for him? Yeah, because Ronnie was the singer. Donnie, because I thought for a while Donnie and Johnny were in the band. But I know they had done a record together. It wasn't too bad. Yeah, I kind of got over Skinner. There's still a few songs that I mean, like a few songs I love, but uh, it kind of faded as I got older. I still like That Smell. Give Me Three Steps. Sweet Home Alabama's so overplayed. Freebird's so overplayed. Still, I mean, I guess it's kind of a testament to the song, but our songs. It's kind of like Bon Jovi. He's actually got, or the band actually has some great songs, but you don't hear them. All you hear is Living on a Prayer and Wanted Dead or Alive. Oh, yeah, for sure. It's like when, oh, yeah, yeah, but Kiss just quit trying. Uh, I don't mean just quit trying. They realized it was pointless. What was that album called? The last good album they put out without the makeup. I can see the Revenge. So when they put out Revenge, they showed that they could do it. They could be a serious metal band, but or rock band, but that was it. Then they were like, oh, because they did the MTV Unplugged, and we can just put. Jake, I have Hagenay on my list for this coming week. I believe it's their newest song that they just released. So I will hear it this week, or I'll hear something new from them this week. So yeah, Yeah, it sucks when I see stuff on my homepage. I'm like, I can't click on it. New singer's excellent, dope. Yeah, that reaction will be coming up this week. The only time I listen to new music is if I like. I'm sure nobody's going to want to hear this, but they do get some views on my channel. So thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Mickey, you're the only one that's going to hear. Well, I mean, you and Jake will be the only ones that hear this. I was waiting for everybody else to show up, but I will not be doing a live stream next week. My son's going to take me to lunch for Father's Day, and Thursday is the only day available. So I will be in Austin with my son. So I will not be doing a live stream next Thursday. Oh yeah, I'm stoked. When he messaged me, I just told him, whatever you want to do, man. We don't have to go out to eat, but we're going to go to an Asian restaurant that he knows so that we can both do a vegetarian. Well, he's not as vegetarian as I am, but almost. He eats fish. I can't remember what it's called, but that's what he is. I'm running people off quick. That's dope. I like to think they went, what? No live stream next week? I'm out of here. Yeah, I went back to being a vegetarian in February, and I do intermittent fasting. I tell y'all, I just had my doctor's appointment yesterday. I have reduced my insulin, and she said due to the fact that I'm monitoring it and I'm doing so well, that she can't tell me not to do it. Pescatarian. I can't remember. I know that wasn't the word he used, but dude, I feel great. I don't, and my temper is getting better, believe it or not, with the exception of road rage. But my temper's getting better. I feel great all the time. I don't know why I can't get road rage under control, but all my other temper, I was so calm the other week after my weekend schedule at Walmart that my mom asked me, "Are you okay? I've never heard you this calm when you've left Walmart." But I'm getting better at it. That is exactly right. That's how I feel. And the weird thing is, when I taught my daughter how to drive, she taught my son how to drive. I told her, you just assume everyone else on the road is stupid, to include me. Make no exceptions, and you'll be safe. And they've both been safe because of that. But so I'm supposed to take fast, quick release insulin before each meal, and then slow release at night. And the only thing she had told me was, since you're monitoring it so well and doing so well, oh, absolutely, that's the best. You're absolutely right. And that's what I tell everyone that asks me. You assume everyone else is stupid. So all I have to do is take my slow release, and if I go over 150, then I'll have to take a quick release. But I told her, I said, my goal has been all along is to get off of insulin. Because insulin doesn't cure you. It's just a Band-Aid. It makes your numbers good, but it's not fixing the problem. So since I've started doing intermittent fasting, everything's getting better. My weight's going down in a healthy way. Oh, thank you. I have been busting my ass to do it. That's been my goal all along. My vent's closed off so it doesn't make so much noise. It's hot here today in Texas. Yeehaw! I feel I'm close. If I'm only having to take 2 shots a day, that's cut it in half. I sleep better. That's funny that you asked that. I literally just had vegetarian hamburgers for dinner last night. No, Oh, I can't remember which one. I mean, it's actually a patty. It's not like crumble. What I had was not a crumble. Uh, but I've been eating a lot of alternative meats that are made, vegetable based, and they're outstanding. Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't eat the one from Burger King, but when it first came out, I liked the one from Burger King. I found out all that stuff. I don't eat any fast food, well, except for onion rings. Dawn buys me onion rings on Thursdays, which I didn't have before I started today, so I have to have them with my dinner tonight. But that's my one thing that I eat. I'm not supposed to eat, and so I do eat onion rings. Uh, but yeah, I think it's called Morning Stars, the meat alternative that I ate. But yeah, those Impossible Burgers, they taste just great to me. Uh, I ate those. Yes, Morning Star. Yeah, I was thinking that sounded right. But they also make a chicken patty. I use that a lot. And oh, Dawn had bought me some. Well, I had bought some and made it, and then Dawn's made some for me. I love eggplant parmesan instead of chicken parmesan. It's just like that, but you use eggplant instead. Man, that is so damn good. Yeah, that chicken is outstanding. I have chicken nuggets that I make kind of like a fajita thing with, and then the patties that. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I've gone from usually 51% of every meal I eat is raw vegetables. I've gone to like 70 to 80% is raw vegetables. I have like one little main course that's not raw vegetables, but still vegetable based. But about 70, 80% of my meal is raw vegetables. And drink a truckload of water. I'm working on getting caffeine out of my diet. I've heard once you can break the caffeine cycle that you don't need it, but cocaine. I was gonna say caffeine has always been that word that I just said I'm not supposed to say. I'll probably get a little note from YouTube. I don't believe I said that, but caffeine has been my one thing. uh, Good thing it's just you and me talking, Jake. I mean, my mom's listening, but she can't make comments right now. She'll text me in a minute. Yeah. uh, oh man. Uh, uh we're the I've been doing well on Instagram with my little videos, but I guess I pissed them off a little bit. I got back-to-back messages. TikTok's going okay. Facebook is still waving that carrot in front of my nose, but trying not to pay me. Oh, Gary. That makes way more sense. Hey, buddy. I was because it's only been Jake talking, so I was reading the comments, and when I saw, "Hi everyone, so many Jake this week," and I was like, "That don't make any sense. How am I going to tell him I don't understand what he's trying to say?" I just saw it was you, Gary. Hey, Gary, welcome, buddy. How are you feeling this week, man? Good, I hope. Wow. What did YouTube shut me off? Nobody's talking now. Jake, I'd have to let you go. I'd have to let you carry on for a few minutes just to make it funnier. You know, you got to set that hook when you're fishing, so I'd have to get that hook set. It doesn't say a whole lot for me that I didn't notice it was someone else talking. You really got to carry that portable to fib with you? You know, we have those at work. Uh-oh. My mom's messaging me. Temperature's 92 at the heat index of 96. Yeah, it's hot and sucky here today. You really got to carry that with you, Gary? Or were you being funny? If you're being funny, I didn't know you could jolt yourself. I mean, I guess you could. I'm sure I'd screw it up if I had to give myself a jolt. Hell yeah, they are. Yeah, it's always nice when they prescribe shit knowing that you can't afford it. Be it medicine or here, your back will feel better if you sleep in this $7,000 bed. Nah, I'm good. Or when they keep ordering blood work. For a while, they were ordering blood work on me all the time. Granted, it's to monitor my diabetes, make sure I was getting under control. But at $1,200 a pop, even with insurance, that's kind of ridiculous. You received a bunch of hate mail, Jake? For what? Oh, yeah, dude. It's just like what I do. If you don't say what they think, oh, you hate them. They won't focus on all the good you said. It's that one little bit. I bet it did. Jake, I don't know if you saw the last reaction I did to Baby Metal, which was the last reaction I did to Baby Metal. It was a double shot, and yeah, see, that's your problem, Jake. You have to love everything. Everything's great. Everybody's the best artist you've ever heard. Yeah, that's just the way it goes. People were mad at me because I wasn't excited when I watched when I did that last Baby Metal reaction. It was a double shot. There was nothing to me that where I was like, none of those moments. I had somebody tell me, "Well, you used to love them, now you seem jaded," or "How can you just sit there looking like that?" Because I don't fake it, jackass. Oh yeah, they didn't like that at all. But I didn't feel like bobbing my head to it. Nothing. It was just and I even said one of the songs was better than because I had reacted to the studio versions, and I said one of the live ones was better. Oh, I probably could have guessed that, Jake. You're jaded too. Oh yeah, yep, yep, yep. It's just weird the blinders that fans put on, and they won't look at the broad spectrum or the big picture of what's going on. But yeah, I got all sorts of shit. And then one person said, "Hey, I wasn't trying to attack you." No, you were. Yes, exactly. You, yeah. Yeah. Good thing you outgrew him. Can you imagine what you had paid if you were still a fan? People are just ridiculous, dude. Yeah. People are just ridiculous. And I don't know if they think that makes them what I was like saying earlier. I don't know if they think that makes them a bigger fan or what. I mean, if you say something about a band that I like that's totally opposite of what I think, okay. I'm never gonna be like, "Oh, what do you mean?" I don't care. Hey, Spec, what's up, buddy? That's right, Gary. Yep. Yep. Oh, yeah. Definitely those kind of fans. And there's quite a few bands that have those. And the ones that really creep me out are the ones that have younger members of the band. It's creepy for any age group, but especially the ones that are like saying borderline pedo comments. Yeah, but Gary, yeah, as long as you're absolutely right, as long as you like the band, who cares what anybody else thinks? I don't ever. I mean, I like Air Supply. I'm going to go see them in 2 months. I'm not. I bought the tickets the day they went on sale. I'm going to go see Air Supply. I don't care who don't like them. I like Barry Manilow, um, Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash. I don't care if people don't like them. Yeah, yeah, Jake, exactly. And it's Baby Metal, The Warning, Liliac. You know, they're younger, but you got guys saying some of the most inappropriate shit. Oh, it's because I'm a fan. No, dude, you don't say shit like that. I mean, if you said it to me about my daughter, I'd probably pop you right in your cock holster. No, you don't say shit like that about young. And my daughter's almost 30. I appreciate that, Gary. You're the man, man. That's a true fan right there. But I'm older, so well, I don't know. I'm older than you, but I am older, so not like I'm some young female. Or these days, it could be male as well. But some of the shit those people are saying, I'm like, that's like beyond fandom, dude. That's hey, another commercial's running. I must be doing good today. Normally they do them every half hour. They're doing them about every 23 and a half minutes right now. Low spec, that's what we were just talking about. I'm going to do my best to go see them. The House of Blues. Gary, that even sounded creepy. Me reading that one middle-aged man to another. No, I did not see that, Jake. I've seen guys attacked on stage, plenty of guys. But, oh, and speaking of that, I've been learning some new shit. I cannot wait for someone to try to touch me. Oh, man, I am going to hurt someone. Wait, that sounds premeditated. I've learned some new defensive stuff that I've not used before, and I'm excited at the opportunity to get a chance to use it. See, I told you, me and Jake are right there. uh, yeah, I'm really jealous of you, Gary. Hopefully, I'll be able to see them in Dallas, and then we'll be on equal footing. Um, it's not a new weapon. It's a few new takedown moves that I've learned. I learned a lot with Kempo that works with the opposing force, but these that I'm working on right now, the look on someone's face is just going to be amazing because they're going to be stunned. uh, and I'd never announce on here that I have a new weapon. That's scary. That sounds premeditated. But you're absolutely Jake was spot on with that. Yeah, not only could I never be that nice for that long, but they definitely aggravate me long before that. I have such minimal tolerance for that kind of shit as far as people being around me. I'm not a real people person, believe it or not. I love making people laugh. I love helping people, but I'm not really a people person. Yeah. That's good to have it planned out, Gary. That way y'all don't just get together and go, well, what do you want to do? Then you start messing around and miss the show. And if y'all did mess around and miss the show, you'd better not tell me you did. You just have to tell me it was great. Seeing this shirt and reading your comment made me think, just because the color. In November of 1983, I went and saw Motley Crue at the Paramount Theater in Seattle, Washington, and two of my friends were supposed to go. We all three had tickets, so everybody knew we were going. But one of the friends, his mom decided last minute that she didn't want him going to Seattle, especially just me and the other friend. So he didn't get to go. We bought him a t-shirt, told him all about the show, and then we used every opportunity to embarrass him by telling him shit that didn't happen. He goes, "Yeah, that was awesome." We're like, "That didn't happen." That is exactly right, Jake. That's how I am. And uh, my daughter, she's the same way, and she'll tell you. People go, "Well, you had missed something." No, I don't get lonely. Oh, I warned my wife when we first started dating. When we very first started dating, I'm really hard. I have quirks. Uh, yeah, I never have. I don't ever remember a time where I did. But I had these little quirks that to other people are not a big deal, but to me they're a huge deal. I'll throw away a tube of toothpaste if the lid gets all gunked up with toothpaste. I cannot stand that, and I'll throw it away. uh, I probably could have guessed that, Jake. Um, yeah, I felt bad one time. Savannah was talking to me, and she said, she was lonely. That was the one thing I couldn't help her with. I don't know. I've never felt that way ever my entire life. So that's one thing I couldn't help her with. I can help her deal with pain or a bully or getting her feeling. I can help with all of that stuff. That was the one thing I couldn't help her with. I had to apologize because I don't know. I mean, I can give advice, but I don't know that it's good advice because I've literally never felt that way. Yeah. Uh, Gary, I definitely want to hear about the show when y'all go. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Gary. Um, yeah, I tell people all the time, I am my own best friend. Yeah, Sami's husband might have a little something to say, so just make sure you do it on the DL. You don't want him catching you. And the weird thing about me liking myself, I even piss myself off. There's times I threaten to smack myself for doing dumb shit. Yeah, Gary, make sure you do that, man. I tell people a lot of times when they get upset at how I talk to them, I'm like, that's nothing. You should hear how I talk to myself. I hold myself to a different standard. But I have no problem getting mad at myself. So it's not an individual, it's me. That's just how I am. Absolutely. Yep. I frustrate myself to no end too, and I don't take shit off nobody, to include myself. And it's weird. Psychologically, I know where that comes from and I know why I do it, but it's guided me well throughout my whole life. uh, yeah, I'll yell at my, and it works. I straighten myself up all the time when I get on myself. By holding myself that standard and not accepting anything less than myself. Like my manager asked me at work this past week because I I had set in my move count and I'm way beyond what Walmart wants from me as far as making moves on the lift. I'd said that I was kind of pissed off at myself because I was at this point. It wasn't my fault that I was where I was at behind. And he's like, "Do you hold yourself to a certain move count?" I was like, "Yes. I have to have I start work at 5. I have to have 200 130 moves by 7, 300 moves by 9:30, 500 by 1:30. And if I don't get that, I don't accept that. And that's way beyond what Walmart wants for me. But I tell them all the time, I don't do this for you. I do this for me. I challenge myself and I hold myself to this standard. I don't care what y'all think about me. I know y'all didn't ask to hear that, but I'm babbling. Um, I come from a my family is really dysfunctional, and I'm good with that because we're brutally honest with each other as far as if it hurts your feelings, that's just tough shit. Uh, but I do have some empathy and sympathy for certain situations, but overall, if I didn't cause it, I mean, I can feel bad for you. Like if you suffer a great loss in your life or a failure, I can feel bad for you. I'm not going to cry. Yeah, see, I don't like that shit at all. Oh, Savannah did her nails, and when she does her nails, she likes to do mine. She gets to pick two. So, oh, they're green. Man, I have broke that finger entirely too many. Oh wait, that finger. I broke them both too many times, but that one really bad. That one's crooked as hell. Now I'm going to the doctors. When I break my fingers, I set them myself, and I'm not real good at it. I just set them to where they quit hurting, and then I tape them up and let them heal. That's why they're crooked like they are. No, no. She intentionally picks those. She thinks that's funny. I think it's funny too. And I flip a lot of people off. I am a big finger flipper because I found that flipping people off in the rearview mirror when I'm behind them or where they can see me in the rearview mirror or as I'm passing them, it gets the message conveyed right away. There's no confusion. When I give them the one finger peace sign, they know I'm not happy with what you're doing. So, absolutely. I'm glad you two are talking. We got 8 people in here. My mom, I won't count my mom. So 7 people because she'll send me a text every now and then. And y'all are the only two talking. I appreciate that y'all are talking. Gary, in case you weren't here, I will not be live next Thursday. Oh, yeah, it doesn't hurt. I've broken my finger so many times, it's crazy. I've bent this one into a 7 twice. Uh, Me and my brother were kinda that way. My parents weren't that way towards us, and I don't really know that they were that way towards each other, but me and Chris were that way towards each other. Yeah, you hurt me, you're getting it back. Uh, but and I think, Jake, I I I think guys like us, as far as that emotion and stuff, I think is what makes you a better friend when you're that way. Because once people get past or get acclimated to me, they realize what a good friend I actually am, and they know that they can ask me, and I'm not gonna bullshit them. A lot of people ask me for my opinion, which is actually how I started my channel. Uh, but yeah, Gary, I agree with you 100%. That's how me and my brother were. Uh, but the first time I broke this was with a sledgehammer. I was driving stakes. We were doing concrete work, and somebody said, "Look at that girl." And I looked as the hammer was already coming down, and I don't bent it around the stake, and then I broke it many years later, and it's crooked as can be, but it still functions. All my fingers function. Yeah, Jake, absolutely. And to me, being blunt like that is, I'm going to say, kinder, for a lack of a better word, than those people who try to ease it in or sugarcoat it. Just tell me. Don't be a coward. And as that is how I view it. Yeah, Gary, that's what I'm saying. I don't go to the hospital. Um, I've only went for one, and it was this middle finger, and it's because I was at work and they made me. At that job, my construction jobs, they never made me, but this job made me go. And then when the doctor, he literally puts the X-ray up on the thing, looks at he says, "It doesn't look broke to me." Looks at my mom and asks, "Does it look broke to you?" He said, "I'll have a radiologist look at it, and if it's broke, we'll call you back." I was like, "Don't bother, because I won't come back." But yeah, I've broken them. I think all of them multiple times. I've never broken my thumbs. I guess because they're really important. So I've never broken them, but I've broken all of these fingers, and both of my little toes and one of my big toes. Oh man, I have a friend who destroyed his rotator cuff. He was, I'm saying, surfing on a ice chest going down a slimy embankment. There was water running, but not deep. And he was going really good. And when he fell, it destroyed it. And when they went to do the surgery and they cut his shoulder open, it literally fell out on the table. But yeah, when it comes to shit like that, I don't know. Oh, I know, but kind of have a hobby that requires that. Yeah, I was just going to say, Jake, before you, as soon as I read your comment, you popped up what I was fixing to say. That is a definite danger working with someone who doesn't have that control. And it's been my experience. A lot of the people, when they start learning and they don't have that control, and they're going all out at all times. My Kempo instructor is really big on, You must have control. He showed me where to stop all of my moves to give this person the option of walking away. Is it's at the point where they know I'm fixing to get hurt, but to stop it there because you're not that far away from completing the move, which will seriously hurt them in most cases. But my what was it, second or third lesson with him, he taught me a killing move. It's not a, oh, that hurt. You have zero chance of surviving the move. It's called the leap of death for a reason. But he taught me that, and he said, because I want you to know I don't bullshit around about this. I'm 100% serious. And I've never had to use it, but he didn't show me a place to stop that one, though. I mean, there's an obvious place to stop it, but that one move, he didn't show me a place to stop it. Every other move, he taught me how to stop it. Yeah, now that I think about it, he did not. I mean, like I said, there's an obvious place to stop, but he didn't even, because he always showed me this is where you stop and give them the option of walking away. I guess because if you're at that point where you're going to do that, there's no stopping. No, he was not. No, he was not Steven Seagal. Yeah, that's my guess, Jake. Because it's for self defense, but if you've reached that point where that's the outcome, you're right. There shouldn't be a stopping point. It should be period. Just there was no other option. Sorry, goodbye. Hope you enjoyed it. You knew life was short, but you didn't know it was going to be this short, did you? Yeah, no, he wasn't Steven Seagal. My guy didn't hurt me. He did make me work through some pain sometimes, but he never hurt me. He could have very easily. Well, we must be entertaining because I'm going to say four because my mom's not. The four people are just watching and listening to us, so that's kind of interesting. They're not joining the conversation. Oh, I think I've told you all this before. Going along with that, Keith, what's up, buddy? I taught both of my children when they were young, and I've taught Savannah. If someone grabs you, like to take these fingers, reach inside the eye sockets and peel their face off. And my friends were like, "Why did you teach your children that?" Because it's my child, and in that situation, they need to be able to get away. And most people don't feel like, oh, Gary, she does, but she watches on her TV, and so she texts me her comments. So I always make sure I tell y'all when she shares something, but she texts me her comments, but she's watching on her TV and she can't comment on her TV. So that's why. No, she thinks y'all are funny. So when people found out I taught my kids that, no, man. I'm 57. She's pretty used to me. She's known me a while. And as long as I'm not embarrassing her, we're good. Because she knows I can embarrass her. I've made her want to cry in public before. Okay, Mom, I know you saw that Gary said hi. You don't have to text back. I'll just tell him you said hi. She said hi, Gary. Because I know I'm fixing to get a text message that says to tell you hi. And then when my daughter was in the second grade, I taught her a couple of moves. I've taught Savannah a few moves too to get away from bullies. Crystal wasn't really bullied a whole lot. She had a guy that kind of messed her a little bit, but turns out he had a crush. And once she called him on it, he never messed with her again. So I've taught Savannah a few takedown moves, and it's for her to get away. I didn't teach her to finish a move. I knew it. uh, yes, my mom knows me very well, and she said, "Hi, Gary." I told you she was going to say hi. Um, I didn't teach her to finish to like cause damage. I just taught her how to definitely get away, and she could hold the person in place if she needed to until a teacher got there. But when she gets a little older, we'll work on some of the more serious stuff. But like I always tell her, it's better to know or to have something to defend yourself and not need it than to need it and not have it. And most of the takedown moves, working with the opposing force, work really well. I can't remember the last time I actually had to hurt somebody. Well, no, I guess I can. I've been at Walmart 25 and a half years. Probably 27, 28 years ago was the last time I had to hurt someone. Physically hurt somebody. All right. Thanks, YouTube. I've made 0.009 cents in the last hour. Yes, it is very. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jake. 27 and a half years, that's a pretty good run for not having to hurt anybody. But yes, Keith, that's the main key to it is the surprise. But I also don't carry myself like a victim. I don't walk around like a victim. And most people can sense that and they don't, because they're looking for weak. Most bullies or thieves are preying on the weak. So they're looking for an easy target. So if you carry yourself that way, I'm not saying it never happened to you, but it's less likely. But yes, surprise is definitely key. That look on someone's face when they grab a hold of you and realize they grabbed the wrong person? This is not going to end well. That's dope. Yep, that it. All the time, Jake. All the time. I am always up, eyes scanning, and always looking for sketchy shit, sketchy situations. Absolutely. That's not one of the number one things for people. Why are you looking down? Your head down like that, you don't see what's coming. I work real hard with Savannah, like when we're driving, to help her to learn to be observant, to see that rabbit over there or that deer or whatever is out, to be observant and notice what's out when we're driving. Because just being observant can avoid a whole lot of problems. But if your head's down and you're not really looking, oh, I do the same thing. Absolutely. I even do that when I go to concerts because, I've never been to a concert where shit jumped off like that, but it's plausible. So absolutely. I know where I'm going to go if I need to go. I don't care if I'm at movies, restaurant, Walmart, anything. And since I work at Walmart, I know if you hear code brown, you need to get the hell out of Dodge. If you're ever in a Walmart and you hear, yep, if you're prepared for the worst, but if you're like, that's what I said earlier about, yeah. So if you're prepared for whatever the worst case scenario and it doesn't happen, you're good. To have the plan and not need it is best. Hey, Gary. Oh, absolutely not. I guess I can say the only scenario is where I have done that is where I can see the reflection of the front door either in the glass or in a mirror. And I always look. When that door opens, I always look. I used to be really picky about never sitting with my back to the door, but as I've developed that to where I'm constantly watching, just being observant, ready to go. Uh, but if you're ever in a Walmart and you hear Code Brown on the speakers, that means there's an act of pew 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 pew. So get out. I don't know why they don't put that out. That would actually help the situation for people to know that. But and I also, for worst case scenarios, have plans of what I can use as a weapon or whatever necessary. This has definitely been an interesting conversation this week. Nowhere near what we normally talk about. I mean, it started off there, but I'm enjoying this. Dude, that is absolutely right, Gary. I tell so many people that. Uh, yeah. And if someone is in that position where they're doing that, for you to think of them as a human being is wrong. That you think they're going to have compassion, they're not. Yeah. My mom, Jake, said that she's the same way you are. And if she does sit with her back to the door, she makes sure there's someone across from her who's watching the door so that she knows. Uh, but yeah, Gary, I tell people that all the time. If you assume that everybody has some inkling of human being within inside of them, if they're at a point where they're doing something like that, no. I wonder if I'm going to get a note from YouTube from us talking about this because I got in trouble for talking about that event that took place during WW2. I purposely said it like that. I got in trouble for that a couple of weeks ago. I guess it's been about a month now. Oh wow, I didn't know my back needed to be stretched like that. Apparently, we're not supposed to talk about that. I think everybody should talk about it all the time. That is exactly right, Gary. And especially if my family's with me. uh, and I told my wife when we first started dating, if this scenario is to pop off, you are to leave and don't look back. When my children lived at home, they were told their number one job is to get out, so they can't be used as leverage against me. And if you see me do what I'm going to do to another human being, even though it's for your protection, it will change the way you look at me. Maybe not my daughter, maybe not my son, because he said he's quite comfortable knowing that. But the average person, if they see you, regardless of what you need to do or not, especially since I have zero conscience about it, because to my family or you, guess who loses? Brandy. How's that for a welcome in? I gave you a bigger reaction than I gave anybody else. Welcome, buddy. I gotta tell you before I forget, I've told everybody else I will not be doing a live stream next Thursday. I'll be back the following Thursday. I'm going to have lunch with my son in Austin, so I will not be here next Thursday. Yeah, he made it with 40 minutes left. Brandy, we're having a great conversation. I don't know that YouTube thinks it's great, but I think we're having a great conversation. Jake's been here this whole time. Oh, I enjoy him too, but I don't ever get to spend time with my son. Very rare. Thanksgiving, Christmas. So he's taking me out for Father's Day. We're going to do it on Thursday. That's the only day he has available. So and go down there and we'll have lunch and spend some time together. It is. It's the most important thing in my life. Wow. That looks like quite a delay. For the record, I'm not drinking coffee right now. I know y'all are seeing me drink coffee, and you're gonna hear this comment way after the fact. And my damn earring's falling out. That's why I don't want my thumbs to fall off. That's very important too. I'm not allowed to say that on camera, but that's a very important thing. I mean, if you can't love yourself, how can you expect anybody else to do it? Like people all proudly say, I don't do that. What do you got against yourself? You think you're ugly too? Man, I'm enjoying the hell out of this. I'm glad y'all are here and talking. And I guess those other people that are just watching are enjoying it too because they're hanging out. I thought it had to be freezing. I mean, I have a monitor here, not just what I see here, because in this is in live time, but I have another monitor here that's in y'all's speed. I've been watching for freezing because there'll be no conversation. Oh, no doubt. That's what I always tell everybody. Unless both my arms fell off, I don't need somebody else. So yeah, I don't know how they miss it. I'm sure they figure out a way. But yeah, that would be the worst part for me for being paraplegic. Shit, Gary, even without us being trapeze artists, I want to see him as much as possible. I think that's weird. Woohoo! Those commercials are very, very important. That 0.009 cents that I have earned today could help a child in Africa. Could. It sure as hell ain't going to help me here. I can buy a piece of gum for that. What? Need 200 of those to make a penny. Weird. Moving on. What are we going to talk about now, guys? This has been Chuckle Fest. Actually, really good conversation. Yeah, I was totaling them up, Brandy. They've actually bumped up the commercials they're running for me now from right about 35 minutes a piece. They're running them at about 25 to 27 minutes. So yeah, I'm adding it up. So they've done 3 commercial batches this one. Of course they're important, Gary. You didn't know you needed sanitary napkins, and now you do. So yes, they're important. Look how old you are and how long you haven't been having them to use. So yes, those commercials are very important. It's teaching you things. Welcome to the new people. Just jump into the conversation. Pretty much talking about whatever you want to talk about. That's what Gary and Brandy used to say, and all of a sudden they started popping up on them. So say that like 3 more times, Jake. Maybe you'll start getting some. You new people, jump right into the conversation. We're talking about almost whatever. Gotta watch out for certain trigger words. YouTube don't like those. Ugh. Oh, I ran one person off. They're like, "How dare you? I'm not jumping into your stupid conversation." In another 20 years, you're gonna need them Depends. I don't know what y'all call the adult diapers in the UK. Yep. Or like Beetlejuice. Say Beetlejuice 3 times, and he appears. Can't wait for the new Beetlejuice movie to come out. We're having some fun now. I know. I'm hoping the next 20 years will be like the last 20 years and I won't really age much physically. What is an acolyte, Jake? I don't know what that is. Did we freeze again? Oh, that's why I didn't know. I lost all interest in Star Wars. I still like the original 3, but I've lost all interest. I'm never even tempted when I see a commercial to click on it. Uh, Now, when I was young, I read a bunch of Star Wars books, and my one of my favorite books did not follow the storyline of Star Wars, even though all the characters were in it. Splinter of the Mind's Eye. Loved that book. Read it multiple times, and I think it'd be cool had the story followed that, but it didn't. I like that. That's cool. I didn't try to do that. But yeah, Jake, I lost all interest. They just totally wrecked the whole Star Wars universe for me. I wonder if I did that when people dropped in, if they would be like confused or they'd leave faster. They're like, I thought I hated that guy when he talked. Now look at him. Oh, hey, what's up, Lil Ziggs? Yes, Keith, they did. They actually had two, two or three kids, and they were running Luke's school for the Force, teaching the Force. Oh yeah. Obviously, they did not know the twist that was going to take in the movie. um, Jake, I on Paramount Plus they have there's only 2 seasons, and it turns out the show's old, but I've watched Why Women Kill. The first season's the best. Second season did well, but the writing in it is great. The way they tell the 3 stories, what ties them all together, but the 3 different reasons shit plays out the way it plays out. Uh, I've watched it twice now. I've gotten really picky about what I watch as far as movies and TV shows. And it doesn't mean everything I watch is great. It's great for me, but I've been telling everybody about Why Women Kill. I can't believe they're not making any more seasons. They only made the 2 seasons, but I've recommended it to everyone. But yeah, Keith, they sure did. And Chewbacca dies. And I do not think in Splinter of the Mind's Eye, I don't think Darth Vader was Luke's dad. I mean, in all fairness, in Splinter of the Mind's Eye, Luke and Leia were not brother and sister. But that book was so well written. With the exception of some Westerns, I'm not big on reading same books multiple times. But did we freeze again? The hell? Come on, YouTube. We got 30 minutes left. Don't mess me up. That's why I'm going to blame it on when people leave. It's not me. It's YouTube. Hey, what's up, flight attendant? Okay, I'm not frozen. Okay, good. Gary, the reason that is done is because the original Star Wars that we know from 1977 was actually episode 4. So they tried to fill in the gaps for 1, 2, and 3. So that's where Jar Jar Binks came in, and that's where the whole Darth Maul thing came in. So that's where that was. Darth Maul was supposed to be before Darth Vader. He was supposed to be the favored one before Darth Vader. So, and they did really shitty catching it up. Jar Jar Binks was actually thrown in to be comic relief, and that just made the movie stupid. They shouldn't have put him in, or at least not made him stupid. Yes, I know the ability to speak does not indicate one's intelligence. They probably realized that too many people got hurt. Who knows? Yeah, he explained why he did the Ewoks though, and you're right. They shouldn't have had Ewoks, but that wasn't as bad as Jar Jar Binks. But yeah, those original 3 Star Wars, I love them. Even when you watch them now and you can see the plates and shit because of how advanced TV is now, or TVs are now, you can see a lot of the shitty stuff in it. It's still fascinating to me. So I still love those. And I don't like the fact, I hate the fact that they changed the scene when Han Solo kills Greedo. You shouldn't change that. I'm sorry, it hurt your feelings. Don't watch the movie. That's how that works. yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but you know, I guess. Oh, that's easy. My favorite decade of music is the '80s. Ever, the '80s, because not only, I mean, there were so many different genres being created. They were having to create new instruments. Music was exciting because people were making new music that had never been heard. So, so definitely the '80s, hands down the '80s. Not just because I love metal, '80s metal. I mean, I like all metal, but '80s metal specifically. I like all the music that was coming out then. Thompson Twins, Duran Duran. Just there's so much music that came to be during the '80s. So that's why for me the '80s is the greatest, because '60s there was some great music, but a lot of it was really similar. '70s, a lot of great music, but a lot of it was similar. So yeah, see, I'm not the only one that thinks that. Uh, Mark Hamill is getting a little bit crazy. There's been several things I've seen him do, like personal appearances and stuff, where if they hadn't have said it was him, I wouldn't have known it was him. But Lil Ziggs, pretty much nothing's off topic here. We just talk about whatever. So whenever you got something you want to talk about, just bring it up. Oh, 04, you did miss a lot. But my daughter, she was raised listening to my granddaughter. She digs this music. She grows up. Oh, here's something that it really was great. And not just musically, there's a lot of great stuff about the 80s. Savannah has a love for classical music like I do. So when we ride in the car now, instead of us trying to jump around the stations, we have a classical music station that we listen to. Mozart, Beethoven, all that stuff. And she recognizes them, knows the artist when she hears them. So we've been doing that a lot lately. I love, love, love. Ooh, they bumped me up. Look at there. Hey, I don't wanna. So I really think that's cool that she can appreciate classical music the way that I do, and that we enjoy listening to it. Jake, I have to agree with you on that. And for multiple reasons. I remember Corvette Summer. Um, but Jake, I have to agree with you on it, and I'll even take it a step farther in saying it's better, not just technically, but the way the artists are, the bands, the way they are, with their positivity, the way they help each other out. If they have egos, they've checked it somewhere, because the way that all those artists will help each other out. Oh, look at you. You DK the Grunger. um, yeah, and I think Jake, by them, I'll get back to your comment in just a minute, Gary. Jake, I think by them being that way as a whole, it helps the entire community, and it helps them all be better. Uh, yeah, Keith, I'm going to react to Trident next week. I already put it on my list. You weren't here. Jake told me heads up. Um, yeah, I knew what you meant, Gary. I solved that. I solved that mystery. Uh, K and O are fairly close to each other on the keyboard. Uh, all right. I appreciate you catching up on the ads, Brandy. Uh, Gary, as far as grunge, I like a few Nirvana songs, but I think Nirvana was way overrated, because I think Soundgarden and uh uh I'm trying to remember the other band. Uh all right, don't be livid, Gary. You're helping me out. You're helping me send little to school, giving clean drinking water. Alice in Chains, yes. Soundgarden and Alice in Chains, I think they were far superior bands over Nirvana. There you go. There you go, Lil Ziggs. See, I was born in 67. I'm only 4 years older than your dad, but my kids were brought up that way. My granddaughter's brought up that way. Yeah, they're like I said, Soundgarden and Alice in Chains were so much better than Nirvana. Nirvana just hit at just the right time. It's like Lil Peep. He just hit at just the right time. I'm not comparing the two, but a lot of people do compare the two. Uh, because had a Lil Peep hit at any other time, he would not have been successful as he was. But I think Nirvana just hit it just the right time. And I guess it probably Smells Like Teen Spirit struck a chord and it helped that was took off and put them in front of a bunch more people. And I don't feel that Soundgarden or Alice in Chains got that same break. But when you listen to the music, they're both superior bands. Hell, I think the Foo Fighters are better than Nirvana. I really dig the Foo Fighters a lot. And Dave Grohl, I know he catches a lot of hate, which is odd because he doesn't seem like a dick. Everybody I know that has had anything to do with him says how cool he is. Uh, but Foo Fighters is a superior band over Nirvana. And I'm not even going to say that's just my opinion. I think that's a fact. I just saw what y'all could see, and it did not look like I was stirring my coffee. Ah. All right, y'all. We got 20 minutes. We need to be doing some yickety yak. I'm fixing to have to end this, check my glucose, and eat my dinner. Oh, thoughts on Soul Asylum? Um, I like some Soul Asylum. They didn't. I'm not as into them as their fans. I know that might sound stupid, but I was never intrigued enough to actually dive deep into them. Pretty much whatever I heard on the radios, what I heard. I don't not like big. Dementia's getting a lot of people, Jake. A lot of people. That's part of the reason I'm doing the intermittent fasting, all the research I'm doing and stuff, because of my addiction during the 80s. I'm high risk for dementia and Parkinson's. So I'm working on all I can. Hey, I saw that, Jake. Gary, I've seen that. I've heard very little of the Meat Puppets. Well, as far as I know, let me clarify that. Sometimes I hear shit on the radio. Well, not in my car, but other places. Because in my car, it tells me. Uh, but sometimes I hear stuff. I'm like, hey, that's kind of cool. When I did that video a while back on the most viewed videos on YouTube, I found out I like Justin Bieber, a few Justin Bieber songs that I didn't know were Justin Bieber. So my saying I've heard some of the Meat Puppets. I don't know how much of them I've heard. So I can't honestly say, but I can say I never pursued them to like go out and buy CDs or anything. Um, uh, yeah, I saw that video where Dave fell off the stage several times. uh, well, yeah, they probably would not be able to perform today. uh, I just heard a guy do, and if you haven't seen it, I've seen on TikTok. It should be on YouTube. He did a parody of uh, what's the song? The Rolling Stone song. You can't always get what you want, but he redid it to "You Can't Always Shit Where You Want." He did it very, very, very well. Even kind of sounds a little like Mick. Yeah, never walk around saying "Love Meet Me." Yeah, yeah, it would. I love when people can do a good parody. 'Cause I think most of mine are really good. I keep saying I'm gonna record them. I just don't put the effort into it. I want to do a cover of Two Live Crew's "Me So Horny," but sing it in Mickey Mouse voice. Uh, I have parodies written for Jukebox Hero, where I call it Pocket I'm going to say kitty because I think the proper word is a trigger word for YouTube. Uh, but pocket kitty pimp. Uh, that one's really great. I made it up on the fly. Uh, that really doesn't surprise me because that sounds like it's something that would be parodied really easily. Hit the ball. uh, One of my other best parodies, I don't think I can get away with doing it today. Is REO Speedwagon's "I Can't Fight This Feeling Anymore," but it's "I can't f this." The word that we're not supposed to use for little people anymore starts with an M, almost rhymes with a British car. Oh wait, no, that is a British car. Yes, yeah. And the thing about that, both of those songs, the REO Speedwagon song and the Foreigner song, I made those up on the fly that my friend thought I rehearsed them. The first time he heard me singing, he's like, "When did you write that?" I was like, "Just now." I've never sung it correctly since I wrote that when I was 16 years old. 17, 16, 17. But that's how I've sung that song since I was 17 years old. So I rewrote Jukebox Hero to that. I also have one, a Kenny Rogers song that I definitely couldn't get away with singing now. It's Coward of the County, but it's redone to that F word we're not allowed to use that I got called a lot when I had long hair. I still get called because of my earrings. Rhymes with maggot. Mag, that's an M, YouTube. Maggot. Uh, at the time I wrote that song, it was okay to say, but you're not allowed to say it anymore. It's really good, though. And I wrote that one on the fly, too. I'm really good at parodies. Surprised I don't make a living doing it. But then again, I guess too many people get butt hurt, and I'm not allowed. No pun intended on that. I'm just not allowed to. I guess I would have to sell them underground. But yeah, that song is dope. All three of them were dope. Oh, I ran one person off. They're like, they just figured out what I was saying. Oh, it's easy. I have a laser. It will write really, really small. Oh, Gary and Brandy, since y'all were late, you don't know this. The reason I'm wearing this shirt today, yeah, that's the key word. No, my mom won't leave. My mom will stay till I get done. Or if she does leave, she'll text me and tell me that she's leaving. She doesn't just skip out like, oh my God, do you hear what that guy's talking about? But Gary and Brandy, the reason I'm wearing this shirt today is literally right before I went live. I went to get a drink of my coffee and I didn't have the lid on, and I poured coffee down my shirt and on my pants. So I had to change my shirt real quick. It was that close, literally like 2 minutes to go live. Ran somebody else off. He poured coffee down his shirt. Oh my God. I just realized what his shirt says. It's a compliment and encouragement. See, I'm complimenting you and encouraging you to keep being awesome. It's a very positive shirt, but I'm sure somebody would read it negatively. No, I do think you both are awesome. I do think y'all are both awesome. I'm just telling you to not stop, to keep it up. Boy, I'm running people off quick now. No, that's it. That's all there is. You're awesome. Keep that shit up. Actually, back when I first started gaining some momentum on YouTube, I had to black out one of the letters when I wore this shirt because they would not push my video when it had this on it. I find that bizarre. But no, I think all of you are awesome. Come hang out with me for 2 hours. in the conversations we've had, we've never had crosswords. Well, I mean, me and Jake have had a few crosswords, but that's because we're so much alike. But we remain friends. That's the thing about it. A lot of people, if you yell at them or whatever, vent like we've done to each other, they'll never speak to you again. That's not how me and Jake are. Yeah, for sure. Yep, I have the shirts when I have to fake it. I usually blacked out the U. Oh, I've always felt the same way about you, Jake. I've never had a bitter feeling towards you at all. It is what it is. I mean, we're so much alike that there's no reason to be upset. We're both passionate about music and we both are set in our ways. We don't bullshit each other. So not once have I ever thought, well, that's just not how it is. I mean, but yeah, I've never wished any ill will towards you. Some of my friends were surprised. They were like, "Really? I wouldn't feel that way. Why? It is what it is." I would rather I would rather us have the relationship that we have than to just be like, "I really want to tell that guy I don't like that, but I'm not going to." Neither one was afraid to piss the other one off. It's not like we've only done it once. It's happened a couple of times since we've been friends, but we're still friends. So, yeah. It does sound like Chinese takeout. Uh, but Jake, that's why all of my real friends have been over the years. I've had fist fights with friends that we're still friends. It was just that the heat of the moment, the passion, whatever it was that caused it at that moment, we're still friends. I had a friend point that out. We had a fist fight in the 5th grade. I mean, an all out fist fight. And as soon as we were done, we were still friends. Once we got that out, we were still friends. But these days, you don't see that. You have one little disagreement, and oh, well, I'm just not his friend anymore. And they'll go around talking shit about you and they'll tell all your secrets or whatever you've shared with them. I don't understand doing that. That's so childish. That's so 7th grade. Exactly. Yep. Shit happens. So it happens and you move on. If a riff or an argument causes you to not be someone's friend, you weren't their friend in the first place. It was just convenience. So yeah, I totally agree. It is what it is. Uh, but yeah, from the start, me and you've hit it off right off the bat, and so many similarities. It was just like eerie, like in a past life we knew each other because of how well we get along, how well we or how similar we are. But like all of you, Gary, Jake, I can't imagine that anything like that. Even if I pissed you off, I'd still come back to next week and be like, "Hey guys." Yeah, Gary, that's exactly right. Or even if it doesn't build up, it's just something in that moment where you just boom, but then it's over. Uh, but yeah, Brandy, that's exactly what it's like. Brothers, my real friends, that's how I feel about them, like they're family. So me and my family used to fight all the time. But these are me and my brother are not anywhere, but he crossed a line that I will not get over, 2 lines that I will not get over. But all of my friends can tell you that's just the way it is. And when it's over, it's over. Always has been. I don't mean the friendship. I mean, but I'm also that guy that if we reach an impasse, I will tell you we're not friends anymore. That don't mean you got to be a penis to someone. You're just not friends. Oh, no, it's green. You weren't here for me to explain any of the 3 times I've explained it. When Savannah does her nails, she does mine. She's allowed to do 2, and that's the 2 she does. It's quite effective because I tend to flip. Oh, you know what? If my green screen was on, you would see whatever image on my fingers. A lot of people don't know that. When I have a green bracelet on, you can see through my arm. But yeah, when I have green fingernail polish on, you can see through my fingers whatever I have on the screen. That's a little tip for you when you're watching my reactions. They are symmetrical. That's very important to me. I have OCD with that. That's like at my job when I do certain plaques for people, they'll only want one logo on it. It throws off the balance. So we put I've never had anyone bring it back and complain, but I'll put 2 on there so that it balances out better. But nobody's ever brought it back. But putting 1 on there throws the balance off. It looks stupid. And granted, that's probably just my personal bullshit. Damn, we only got 4 minutes left. Guys, this has been outstanding. I thought when I poured coffee on myself that this was going to be a bad day, but I have thoroughly enjoyed the conversation today. Remember, I will not be here next Thursday. I will be back the Thursday after. And I'm going to try to do a full scale of reactions for next week. I need to trim my eyebrows. They're catching that light, and I keep thinking something's falling on my face. Not that y'all can tell, but I guess they're kind of long. Thank you. I hope all of you that are fathers have a great Father's Day, and have a great week. If you get a chance to make somebody laugh, please, please do. But be safe. Oh, I'm sorry, Gary. I'm going to have lunch with Father's Day lunch with my son. Thursday's the day he's available. He's a really busy guy. So Thursday, I'm going to go have lunch with him and spend some time with him. So I won't be here for that reason. It's just a super great opportunity for me, and I can't miss that. As much as I enjoy y'all, he's my son. So I hope y'all have a great week. And remember, not next week, but come back the week after. And please check out reactions that I put up this week. There's going to be some dope stuff. I really do appreciate you guys. I know I say that all the time, and I want you to understand I appreciate all of you for coming here and hanging out. It's always a good time. I don't ever end my live streams and think, oh. Hey, Jake, it was great seeing you too, buddy, and you hung out all this time. I appreciate it, man. Great conversations. Gary, if you do bump into us, please say hey. I would be super shocked, but hey, but y'all be cool, be safe. Peace.